We should also install protections against spiritual threats. Protections like filters on internet connections and locating access so others can see what is being viewed.
The mandate given by the First Presidency and the presiding bishopric is to only focus on financial growth. EPA employees are told that the money will be used after the second coming of Jesus Christ or during Armageddon right before he would come again.
For the first time, we have an idea now of how much the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Big Investment Fund performed over the course of a year.
That fund is called Ensign Peak Advisors, and Fox 13 News investigative reporter Nate Carlisle found the public document showing how many billions of dollars it gained in 2020.
Over the last year, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has been more forthcoming about how it's investing tithing money. This latest filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission shows that despite the economic downturn of the pandemic, the church's big investment fund made money. This filing with the SEC shows the holdings of Ensign Peak Advisors at the end of 2020. When added all up, it shows the fund gained more than $6 billion in one of the most difficult financial years in American history.
And young women, you are magnifying this problem by becoming pornography.
Travis Wayne Goodsall. I was born and raised in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, being told of Joseph Smith in the Book of Mormon. I'm literate in that I know how to read and understand what I read. And the Book of Mormon says it's Jewish, and that Joseph Smith supports this by saying it's Jewish, and therefore we're Jewish. It's real simple to understand that we're being lied to when we're told we're Christian, when the Book of Mormon has the subtitle, Another Testament of Jesus Christ. There is no excuse to be made to try to merge the two religions. It can't be done. We are either Jewish, as the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith says we are, or we're a fraud, as the prophets say we are. And so I've become a religious leader promoting Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon as Jewish. As such, I'm supposed to be protected by my government as a religious leader. The church needs to stand down and leave Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon alone. It does not belong to them. If they're going to continue to spread the word that they're Christian, that is a hate crime to the extreme. So, because of this, you're able to see from my videos that I obtain legally clips from the news, from the church, from other sources, to legally fair use in my videos. But the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints are pissed with some recent videos I've done. And it has to do with sex trafficking and prostitution. I've told you before, as it's a pattern of practice. When I expose the church's sex crimes against its own membership, they retaliate in full force. So here we are again. The church has been exposed of being a major stock investor in Google. Google owns and operates YouTube, as there's a CEO for YouTube, but it's under Google. And if you're unfamiliar, Google Chrome has been ordered to be sold. They're refusing to do so. And now they are full-on AI on Google. AI is a malware virus, and it identifies false positives. And instead of reporting these crimes to the government, they are programmed to be proactive in committing cyber terrorism against false positives. Will Smith did a movie, I, Robot, in which robots are AI programmed. And the AI decides to, for the public safety, lock up and murder humans. And so when I started to watch the news this morning, there was that clip that there are now AI robots, just like in the movie AI, or iRobot, that are now being sold to help in people's homes. Just like in the movie. That's how it starts. And so instead of the Terminator version, they're doing the iRobot version. I also watched Murder at 1600 yesterday with Wesley Snipes, in which the president's son was framed and blamed for crimes to force the resignation of the president. But this church needs to fall. Our federal government is failing to do their jobs as they are handing us over to the terrorists. We're all in great jeopardy. The video that I was intending to do today involved what Kylie Lyman had reported 8 hours previous from when I looked at it. It could be 9 hours ago, which means 9 p.m. last night. I went to bed because of the cyber attacks by Google denying me access, and YouTube shutting off access to download content. This is a crime. This is fair use material, legally obtained for my personal use, and fair use in YouTube content. But to cyber terrorize me to prevent this, I am therefore unable to expose this church further. Plus, I also noticed that my snapshot thing is also struggling to work. I've warned you of the dangers of AI, and here it is. But Kaylee reported from somebody else who tipped her off, because there's a Book of Mormon app. I told you not to use your phones. Nobody listens. But nonetheless, the church has an app on phones for the Book of Mormon. And they have just revised the introduction. The old introduction in our printed scriptures and other versions, gone. We can check the church's site to see if they've changed it on the website scriptures, assuming I'm going to be allowed to. Library scriptures, Book of Mormon. Yeah, it still contains the original, so it's just for the app use. Because it says the Book of Mormon is a volume of Holy Scriptures comparable to the Bible and record of God's dealings, blah, blah, blah. That's the same thing. Kaylee was reporting something different from the app directly that she was reading from. And I was going to use that clip of her reading it for fair use to let you know. Giving her credit, obviously. But nonetheless, can't do that. And so this is a personal attack on me, a religious hate crime on me. But nonetheless, they are kicking out Joseph Smith. They're saying that the Book of Mormon was found. They're not telling you who found it. They're forcing the push that everything is literal history. Not just with the Jesus Christmas thing, that the first presidency plagiarized the Nicene Creed that Joseph Smith said is all wrong, abominable, and corrupt. But now the Book of Mormon app introduction is saying everything is literal history. Ignore what you read. Are you that illiterate? Are you that gullible and stupid to fall for it? Apparently missionaries are, and Mormons who remain Mormon are. Those who leave the church know that the Book of Mormon can't be literal history, for whatever the reason was that they had heard about rather than did the research on, which was not Jewish. But nonetheless, everybody knows that the Book of Mormon can't be true as literal history. I'm the only one who's defending the Book of Mormon as Jewish. There's some important things going on this month that you guys need to be notified of. And I'm being shut down from doing so because the church's sensitive feelings are hurt. This church must fall and cease to exist on the face of the earth so that all our lives can be saved. That YouTube can be punished as well as Google for their crimes. Until then, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to revise things.